DIY easel using an Ikea shelf, as I described in the introduction to this video. This is an inexpensive way to have an easel solution if you're an art student, if you're a artist that doesn't have a lot of money, an artist on a budget, or if you're opening an art studio and you're trying to save money. This is a very inexpensive way to create an easel out of a basic Ikea shelf and 2x4s. Okay, so basically this is an Ikea shelf with 2x1 pieces of wood and 2x4s to support it on the bottom. That's really, the 2x4s are not really needed. You could use 2x1s for the whole thing. I just had 2x4s that I picked up, or scrap 2x4s that I had laying around that I'm using for the bottom. So let me go over the anatomy of this. I'll show it to you with the frame on it, then I'll show you without the frame on it and show you the components of it, and then show it to you with a frame with canvas on it. So basically, you've got these 2x1s that are on top of the Ikea shelf with screws. I'm not sure if the camera's picking this up, but these are just screws protruding through the 2x1s with about 1/8 of an inch of the top of the screw just to bite into the frame. Very, very slightly, just to give it some stability so the frame doesn't move around, right? So you've just got a screw in there, biting slightly into the wood, not to damage your frame whatsoever. And then you've got 2x4s on the bottom, supporting it on the bottom. It could probably work with just these 2x1s, but just for added support and for the ability to angle your frame, I added the 2x4s on the bottom. That's basically it. It's underneath. Now I'm going to remove the frame and show you the components. Okay, so you've got your 2x1s with a screw protruding right through the edge to give it a little bite on the top of the frame. Basic Ikea shelf. Your C-clamps, these are 3-inch C-clamps that I got off Amazon. I don't think the C-clamps were more than $3 for 2 of them. So for 4 of them, maybe it's $5. These are larger clamps. These are 4-inch clamps, but you could use 3-inch clamps, or you could just buy 4-inch clamps. It would work. I've got more than enough space on the clamps. So basically, I've just got the 2x4s supported by the clamps on the bottom, and then as you can see through the Ikea shelf, I've got them on the back edge of the Ikea shelf. Another thing that I did is I put a doormat or a rug on the bottom of this Ikea shelf so that I can move this around easily. Now I'll show you the side profile. So you can see, here goes your clamps on the back, your clamp on the bottom. Very basic. Now I will add a frame and canvas to show you what it looks like. Really basic. I'm going to line up my center support with the center of the Ikea frame. Place it on the top supports. Press it down into the screws on top so it's biting into the frame just a little bit. And that's basically it. Now you've got your working surface. You can move this around. You can break it apart. So if you've got a small studio and you don't have space to support using an easel, you can use this and break this apart, and you're back to just an Ikea shelf. Another thing you can do with extending the 2x4s on the bottom, you can give this a slight angle, right? And angle your artwork out. And you can take a tape measure, make sure it's the equal distance, or make marks on your 2x4 and make sure it's all aligned so that you have an angled surface to work on. Now I'll take this off again and show you another feature of this setup. you could actually move these in any position that you want. These don't have to stay here. They could go here. This could go here. These can move vertically or horizontally. These could be here to support any frame you want. Now the frames that I have are 3.5 feet by 5.5 feet. So by moving these supports around, you could support any size frame. You could support a small frame by placing your supports here. You could support a larger frame. You could actually turn this vertically and support this frame vertically from the center support and side supports. Very easy configuration. I think the total cost is the wood was basically free. I got this Ikea shelf. I think I got it off OfferUp for $10. Used Ikea shelf. The clamps were $5. So opposed to buying a easel that may be $75, $125, what have you, you can put this together for under $25. So basically that's it. This is Miami World Art. Please support and like our channel. You can reach us on Patreon at patreon.com/Miami World Art. You can check us out on Instagram. We create portraits, mixed media art, sports car inspired art, and abstract art. So please look out for our next videos for all of our art. And thanks so much. I hope this helps out some artists out there.